Hello, my name is Mike McCassin, and I'm the co-director of the ACT Center of Indiana. On behalf of my colleagues at the ACT Center, I'm happy to welcome you to view our Assertive Community Treatment daily meeting training video. This video is designed for the purpose of assisting new ACT teams in organizing their daily team meetings. You will observe an actual daily meeting of a working Assertive Community Treatment team in the video. The video will also identify key components of the meeting structure, such as the daily log or Cardex and the daily staff schedule. During the video, staff roles will also be identified. Since many of you may be new to Assertive Community Treatment, you may be asking these questions about the daily meeting. What is the big deal about a meeting? Why do we need it? Do we have to meet every day? It is understandable that individuals new to the ACT model may be skeptical about the need of a daily meeting, but the nature of an ACT team makes the need for this meeting essential for the team to effectively and efficiently communicate daily interactions with consumers and to organize the daily team schedule. Deborah Allness and Dr. William Knaler describe in their book entitled A Manual for ACT Startup, based on the PACT model of community treatment for persons with severe and persistent mental illness, the daily meeting as having a two-step process. The steps are the client review and planning the day. In the video, you will observe the client review. The team leader in the video is using a Cardex to read off names of each consumer served by the team. And after the client's name is read, team members report any contact that they have had with the client in the past 24 hours. The report includes the client's status and response to the intervention provided. While the staff is reporting, the team leader is recording the contact in the daily log. This part of the meeting gives staff members the opportunity to ask questions, make comments, and clarify the intervention strategies identified in the client's individual treatment plan. The team is also able to immediately change intervention strategies based on the client's current need during the client review. If there is a need to have a longer discussion to change a treatment plan, team members are assigned to meet later in the day to make the necessary changes. You will observe the second step of planning the day in the video near the end of the meeting. The shift manager of the team in the video has developed from the individual weekly client schedule the staff schedule for the day and will review the schedule with the team, making adjustments as needed. The schedule identifies all client contact to be made that day. In the remainder of this video, you will be joining an actual ACT team daily meeting.
Earl?
Spoke with Earl on Wednesday, and he is working. He's has a courier position that he's been doing for the last 7 to 8 weeks, according to him. He delivered medical supplies somewhere north up in Angola, Indiana. Seems to be really pleased with the job.
Marge? Nancy?
I went grocery shopping with Judy yesterday.
Didn't like skim milk, huh? Justin?
He forgot his appointment until the last minute yesterday and realized he had other stuff scheduled, so he had to cancel his ITP. We rescheduled it for 2 weeks from now.
Pam? Craig?
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, I got meds this morning as well. He has packed for the weekend and said that we should deliver to him at his apartment Monday. But he's moving. No, his old apartment Monday morning, but Monday is the day he's moving.
And I'll contact his mother today to find out his new address.
Okay. Charles? Jenny?
I saw her up at Community North Hospital yesterday. She does look a little more stable, you were right, but still laughing inappropriately, reading minds. She is on Clozaril. She was told that her diet was restricted to diabetic, and yet went out and tried to purchase things she was not allowed to have, so they told her they would either have to give it to her after discharge or she could give it to other people, but she was not allowed to eat it.
So you took her to the bank to cash her check?
We did. We went to the bank and to the grocery store.
Hi, my name is Leah Hicks, and I am a consultant and trainer with the ACT Center of Indiana. Today, I'll be talking with you about the staff roles on an ACT team. The ACT team leader directs the day-to-day operations of the team. He or she is the direct supervisor of all team members, with the exception of the psychiatrist, and ensures that the necessary supports and resources are in place to secure the team's success. One way to describe the team leader's role is to say that the team itself is the team leader's caseload. The team leader takes the lead in creating the overall team work schedule, as well as running the daily team meetings and other weekly clinical and administrative meetings. He or she directly participates in the recruitment, interviewing, hiring, orientation, and performance improvement planning of all team staff. It is important that the team leader provide regularly scheduled group and individual clinical supervision to all team staff. Through this process, clinicians are enhancing their skills, a learning environment is promoted, and the team leader is able to continually evaluate the status of all consumers, appropriately coordinating treatment to meet their changing needs. The team leader also provides direct services to consumers through a variety of services. A team leader should be in the community with consumers providing some ADL and case management, but may also carry out other services such as therapy, substance abuse treatment, or other more specialized services. He or she is often the first team member to meet with new consumers referred or admitted to the team. The team leader is responsible for assigning the new referrals individual treatment team, or ITT, as well as ensuring that the comprehensive assessments are completed. It is important that the team leader regularly supervise the medical records as well, ensuring quality and accuracy.
Holly?
She and I went to Ladies Only yesterday, and she also picked up meds. She had a tail light out, and I pointed it out to her before we went into the gym. She was preoccupied for the full hour on that tail light. She didn't engage in much conversation with me, which is not like her. And I said, Coley, I noticed that you're not talking a lot today. Are you doing okay? And she said, I'm just focused on that taillight. When did it happen? Why didn't anybody tell me? If I didn't have you, I would never know it wasn't, and she just was preoccupied. Her son works on cars and was going to take a look at it, but she felt like she was burdening him with doing that. So she's feeling some guilt too along with it.
She has a hard time with feeling as if she can be a self-sufficient woman. It's so scary for her. Why didn't anybody tell me, and how long has that been going on?
Right. And you know, it's funny, she goes, well, I don't want to impose on him. I said, well, now, correct me if I'm wrong, but you changed his diapers and didn't like that, did you? And she's like, you're right. And so she got a little bit of a sense of humor as we were leaving. But.
The role of the psychiatrist on an ACT team is different than that of traditional office-based psychiatry. The psychiatrist on an ACT team is able to spend much more time with ACT staff and consumers. In fact, an ACT team serving 100 consumers would have a full-time psychiatrist. The psychiatrist has the time to be more creative and build stronger relationships with and really get to know consumers and their families. Psychiatrists are trained and have a background in one-to-one and group therapy, yet this is a service they rarely have the opportunity to provide in traditional public mental health settings. With ACT, this is possible.
The changes look good. She's having some problems with her sleeping, but she preferred not having any additional meds. I offered her possibly some Sonata, and she just said, I'm on enough. And if it continues a problem, I'll let you know.
Additionally, ACT psychiatrists are able to spend much more time providing education on mental illness and using medications effectively. Many ACT psychiatrists have talked about the benefits of being able to go into the community and visit with consumers and their families in their homes. To be able to see consumers in their own environment and observe how that may be impacting symptoms, coping skills, side effects, and other issues. Along with the team leader, The psychiatrist is the clinical leader of the team, providing regular and ongoing clinical supervision and cross-training to the team regarding medications, symptoms, side effects, diagnostic information, and other mental health issues. The ACT psychiatrist attends and is an active participant in daily team meetings, as well as treatment planning and staffing meetings. The ACT psychiatrist has a very collaborative relationship with the ACT nurse, communicating daily to ensure that coordination of both the consumer's physical and mental health needs occur. ACT psychiatrists are available to provide on-site crisis assessment and management and collaborate with other team members to access additional crisis services. The psychiatrist has a collaborative relationship with both acute and long-term inpatient providers to ensure consumers return to the community as soon as possible.
And she keeps a diary of sometimes her sleeping habits. It's due a lot to the Parkinson's disease that she has.
The Parkinson's meds, I think.
Yeah, that's what her neurologist had said to her too.
That the sleeping is related to the Parkinson's?
Meds,
Meds.
probably the medication she takes for it. Yeah.
The peer recovery specialist on an ACT team is a person who themselves is in recovery from mental illness. Through sharing their first-hand experiences with their own recovery, the peer specialist can assist ACT team consumers in aspiring to roles which emphasize their strengths and offer hope and reassurance.
Kelly?
I had phone contact with her last night, and she sounded like she was intoxicated, I thought. Just, went on and talking about her mental illness. And she also said that she's talked to her mom, and her mom told her just to leave the trailer and come back home. But then she said that she didn't know if she wanted to do that or not because she has her cats, and she's afraid that at some point she'll end up homeless again.
The peer specialist provides services and interventions to consumers which focus on recovery from their illness. Some of the ways this is achieved is through education about mental illness and symptoms, teaching coping skills to manage symptoms and stress, assistance in building social supports and family relations, learning how to use medications effectively, and reducing relapse. The peer specialist is a full member of the ACT team and actively participates in daily team meetings as well as weekly staffing and treatment planning meetings or individual treatment team meetings.
Is she open to you talking with her court about job options right now?
I don't think so. She had wanted to take some time off from work. She's actually said she's enjoying just having this downtime, but I think in maybe the next couple of weeks she'll be ready to work because she'll need the money.
Any indication that she's not taking her meds though?
I asked her, and she said that she was, but she also said that, she's been sleeping a lot, she's very depressed, she has no motivation. And I asked her, I said, do you think that's your depression? And she said, yeah. I said, are you taking your meds? And she said, yes, I am. So.
Does she have another med clinic coming up at any time soon? Because
No, I'm not
I
sure.
probably need to. It seems like it's been a while since I've seen her.
That's what I'm thinking. I can't remember if she's down.
I can't remember the last time that I talked to her.
What, I'm 3 or 4 weeks now.
Okay, we'll try to get her scheduled.
Yeah, I think that'd be a good idea.
The team employment specialist takes the lead in initial and ongoing assessment of employment-related issues among team consumers. The stage-wise approach is beneficial in assessing where consumers are at with regards to their desire to work. The employment specialist provides supportive counseling to enable clients to identify vocational strengths, identify vocational goals and plans to achieve them, identify strategies to remove barriers to achieving vocational goals, and recognize and target symptoms that interfere with work.
David?
David and I attended his VR meeting this past Wednesday. He's interested in doing security work. And also today we're going to start on working on getting his driver's license again.
Employment specialists provide numerous services to support consumers in returning to work. They may plan and provide work-related supportive services, such as assistance with hygiene, securing appropriate clothing, and transportation arrangements. They might provide benefits counseling to assist consumers in understanding and planning for how their benefits might change if and when they return to work. Employment specialists will provide job-seeking skills, such as writing a resume and interviewing skills. He or she may do job development or job matching, where effort is put on finding competitive employment positions that the consumer is both interested in and well suited for. Once a job is obtained, the employment specialist might provide on-the-job training or job coaching to assist the consumer in learning the skills and tasks required of him or her to perform that job. Lastly, it is important that ongoing supports are available to the consumer and employer to help the consumer maintain the job. The employment specialist will be an active participant in daily team meetings as well as weekly staffings. He or she will be a member of the individual treatment team of each consumer who is actively working or contemplating or preparing for work. Additionally, he or she will participate in on-call crisis and shift manager rotations per team policies.
She was in yesterday. I assisted her with filling out some paperwork yesterday. Yes.
Lauren? Lauren?
We met last night. He didn't look too good. He looked disheveled and shaved.
The team substance abuse specialist takes the lead in initial and ongoing assessment of substance-related issues among team consumers. For those consumers identified as duly diagnosed or having both mental health and substance-related treatment needs, the substance abuse specialist takes the lead in identifying treatment interventions. ACT teams and ACT substance abuse specialists use the Integrated Dual Disorders Treatment Model to provide substance abuse services. This model embraces a stage-wise approach to providing services, in effect meeting consumers where they are at in their readiness to change and their readiness to receive services for their substance use. The substance abuse specialist provides stage-appropriate interventions in both individual and group format.
Robert?
Individual with Robert yesterday spoke some of his ongoing THC use. He was really obsessed with the political process. A lot of research on that. Gave me a rundown of ins and outs of that.
Is he doing a lot of the research on the internet?
That and also through magazines, articles.
Many dually diagnosed consumers will not be interested in substance abuse services. Therefore, the substance abuse specialist and the team will need to work at further engaging the consumer and building the relationship to help them move further along in this process. This is done through providing supportive case management and ADL services to meet basic needs. It is important that the substance abuse specialist provide cross-training to other team members on substance-related topics, as all team members need to understand the basics of stage-wise treatment and what interventions work best in different stages. The substance abuse specialist is an active participant in daily team meetings as well as weekly staffings. He or she will be a member of each of the individual treatment teams of those consumers with dual disorder issues. Additionally, he or she will participate in on-call crisis and shift manager rotations per team policies.
Joe?
We got meds yesterday. He did not want to go to, didn't want me to give him a ride to the
Storage
unit.
I'm going to go see him today.
He has to go to the grocery store.
I asked him if he'd gone the day before. He said, no, I wasn't feeling too good. You're going to go today? Oh, yeah, I'll go today, but I don't need a ride right now. I'll go later.
Did he ever contact his family about assistance in terms of helping him to move the stuff out?
He doesn't want their help. The family, I have spoken with the family, and they said that they were wanting to help him, but he does not want that.
Because they ended up probably throwing stuff away. He told me they would steal things.
They've given him half.
The mom horts too.
We're talking like T-minus how many days?
A week?
Till the 30th.
T-minus 7 days.
Yep.
Case managers provide community-based assessment, coordination, and provision of supportive services to teen consumers in order to assist them in reaching their personal goals. Typical areas where the case manager takes the lead are social and recreational, housing, finances, entitlement and resource acquisition, self-care, and housekeeping tasks. Much of what case managers do is to teach skills. This is often done through motivational interviewing and cognitive behavioral techniques. Additionally, case managers provide education, advocate on consumers' behalf, and assist in resource acquisition. All of these services are provided in order to assist consumers in achieving greater self-sufficiency and move forward in their recovery journey.
Nancy?
She came out of Community North yesterday. She was more interactive with me, talking more. She's still hearing the voices, the demons are talking to her. Less frequent, which is